With the enormous success of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, it was only a matter of time before fans of this iconic marsupial got their remake of Crash Team Racing from 1999. The team over at Beanox had the honor of bringing one of Naughty Dog's most beloved titles back to life with modern-day visuals, all the while staying true to the original formula. And the result is Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, a thrilling kart racer that's every bit as fun and challenging as we remember it from back in the day. One of the most memorable modes of Crash Team Racing was undoubtedly its adventure mode, and a welcome addition to this in Nitro-Fueled is the option to choose between the classic adventure style and Nitro-Fueled. The former plays just like it did 20 years ago, whereas the latter offers a variety of options to choose from, such as different difficulty levels, impressive customization options for your karts, and the option to change your character on the fly. The point of the adventure mode is to collect all the trophies and race against nitrous oxide to save the planet. And this little narrative is nothing to write home about, mind you. It's only there to take you through the original list of tracks and, with Aku Aku's help, teach you a little bit about some of the advanced moves that will surely come in handy later down the line. Aside from the adventure mode, Nitro-Fueled offers a number of other modes to choose from. There's a standard local arcade mode where you can choose from as many as 31 tracks right from the get-go, as Nitro-Fueled consists of tracks from both the original Crash Team Racing and its PlayStation 2 sequel Crash Nitro Kart. Then there's time trials and all the crash take some kart racing you can think of with CTR tokens and relics. Thankfully, battle mode is back in all its glory as well, so those who'd rather blow stuff up instead of racing all the time can let loose to their heart's content. Online is where the real fun is at, of course, and Nitro-Fueled provides players with a very stable online experience. The one thing we'd like to see added to this mode, though, are cups, Crash Team Racing variants of tournaments. These would surely make the online experience more entertaining and engaging, as going from one race to the other gets a bit tedious fairly quickly, especially when you consider the game's loading times, which are a tad too long for comfort. Now, the actual gameplay is where Nitro-Fueled truly shines. Much like the Insane Trilogy, this remake plays almost identical to its original PlayStation version. If you still remember how to hop and power slide correctly in order to achieve that third boost, which makes both your kart and your character go absolutely nuts, then you'll master this remake faster than you can say, "What have I got?" But if you're now familiar with the game's mechanics and are just now trying out the game for the first time ever, we suggest you arm yourself with patience and you sit down and learn. Really, there's genuinely no other way of going about it. While it's not exactly the Dark Souls of kart racing, Nitro-Fueled is far from an easy game. Try driving without the turbo boost and you'll see just how merciless your opponents can be. TNT crates and rockets will be the least of your worries if you do not master the power slide mechanics, and it is exactly this very difficulty that makes Nitro-Fueled such a great game. Winning a race feels extremely satisfying, especially on advanced tracks like, for example, Hot Air Skyway. The controls are pretty straightforward, with the game offering the option to switch between the standard controls you used back in the day and the Nitro-Fueled ones where the button scheme is slightly altered. The game is very responsive though, so whichever control style you opt for, you're still sure to enjoy the experience. Staying true to the original game as much as possible means that Nitro-Fueled runs at 30 frames per second. While we understand the reasoning behind this, we would have still preferred a 60 FPS option, at least on the supercharged consoles such as PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. We hope to see it implemented somewhere down the line because, after all, it is a kart racing game, so more frames definitely would not hurt. Now, the visuals of the game are absolutely stunning. Even though Nitro-Fueled is an exceptionally fast-paced game, there is still more than enough room to appreciate every little detail Beanox evidently worked so hard on in this gorgeous remake. We played the game on a PS4 Pro hooked up to a 4K TV, and the result was a jaw-dropping experience with beautifully vivid colors that simply bring the game's arenas to life. Old-school tracks like Coco Park and Crash Cove have never looked better, not even in our our memory, and that is saying a lot. So all in all, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled is an absolutely brilliant game. Whether you're a long-time fan of the franchise or a newcomer to the world of Bandicoot, Nitro-Fueled will surely meet your kart racing needs, and even more so if, like us, you love yourself a challenge. The lack of a PS4 Pro and Xbox One X enhanced performance option and no online tournaments does impact the overall experience somewhat, but these are flaws that we can very much live with.